So, Shobi, this is one. So, inevitably, we're talking about muscle. We got to talk recovery, right? So, let's jump right into it. As we get older, what to do for recovery? After how many hours of work should we do? Ice bath, the stretching and foam rolling recovery work, blah, 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 blah. Okay, so here's the thing. You don't have to do a damn thing to recover, ever, okay? Recovery is going to happen 100% of the time without you doing anything. You don't have to do a thing to recover. Because imagine if that wasn't the case. Imagine if I came to my friend's party yesterday and I was like hobbling. It's like, oh boy, my legs and stuff. Like, what's wrong with you? Oh, dude, my leg workout. Oh, my legs they're just not recovered. And they're like, really? Oh my gosh, that's crazy. Yeah, they're sore and they're stiff and they're still really weak. Well, when was your leg workout? 6 years ago. What the hell? How are you not recovered? Well, I didn't get my proprietary protein blend. I didn't foam roll afterwards. I didn't do my ice bath. So I'm never going to be recovered now until I do those. No, you're going to recover no matter what. Remember, as I talk about fundamental approach to fitness, the number one lesson in fitness, everything's happening completely on autopilot. You don't need to do a damn thing in order to get in shape. All you need to do is influence the processes that are already happening. And that's certainly the case for recovery. Unless you're never sleeping and you're never eating and you're never resting to some degree, which of course you are just to survive, you're going to recover. Now, let's talk. Now, when it comes to working your muscular work capacity, though, you want to come into your workouts with as much as you can to work your muscle work capacity as much as possible, right? So that's why recovery is important, is to bring more to the next workout. So what is most important? Well, when it comes to having the best recovery, by far, most of your recovery is sleep. Sleep by far. I would take good sleep habits over good diet habits any day of the week. If you came to me and you said, I can have crap sleep or a crap diet, I'd say go with the good sleep. You can have a crappy diet all you want. Sleep is far more important for your recovery. It's like 90% of it right there. If your sleep sucks, your recovery is going to suck. End of discussion. When I mean sucks, what I mean by that, it's going to just be slower. You're going to recover no matter what you do. You could be in the worst circumstances imaginable. I guarantee you're going to recover. It's just how fast do you recover? So sleep by far most important. Second, that's diet. And again, that's going to be much better with a satisfying diet. Forget the fasting, forget the diets, forget the I don't eat this food, I don't eat that food. Eat, my friends. Eat like crazy. Eat a lot of food. Eat as much as you like to satisfy your four fundamental appetites. The more you satisfy those appetites, the faster and better you're going to recover. So eat plenty of food, eat plenty of whole, good, nutritious food, eat enough to at least satisfy your hunger. You don't need to be super full at the end of each one. I'm not a big fan of that. Just eat to satisfy, not stuff yourself, and eat whatever, you need to satisfy your cravings and stuff. If someone is coming to me and they're like, dude, I always have this craving for bread. I'm like, you should be eating more bread then, because if you're eating enough of something to some degree, you don't have cravings for it. So eat to satisfy. And then after all of that, the last maybe 1% is the ice baths and the foam rolling and the massage. I get a massage every month myself. So I'm not saying don't do that stuff. I'm just saying it doesn't really do much. It's a tiny influence. I get a massage every month and I notice it like the next day or two afterwards, my kicks are better. My workouts are better and stuff like that. After I get a massage, I'm like, this feels great. But if I never got the massage, would it really matter? Not really. Would it really make that much difference? Nope. Half the reason I do it is just to push the pause button on my life and actually relax for an hour. That's the biggest reason why I do it. Does it affect my recovery very much? Not enough to really matter, no. And so sleep, my friends. Sleep by far is the best thing. And then you've got diet. And then let things be adaptable there as well, because we've got a lot of stuff out there telling you how much you need to rest or how often you should be doing things in order to recover and stuff. But that's just guesswork, random kind of generalizations. You don't need to recover from exercise. You recover from fatigue and stress. Now, in the name of building muscle, you're going to have a lot more fatigue and stress in the muscle. So yes, you're going to need more recovery. But if you're doing workouts or exercise styles that don't really create that much fatigue and stress, then you don't need much recovery. Don't worry too much about it. So judge it based on how much fatigue it generates, because that's also circumstantial. Right? Out here in Denver, right? If I go out and I work out in the middle of the summer heat, it's going to kick my butt like crazy, and I'm going to need a lot more recovery from that. But if it's a cool, overcast fall day, yeah, I don't need nearly as much recovery, because the sun out here is absolutely brutal. It is, heat stroke's a real thing that you need to contend with. So that's it on recovery. Rest as needed, my friends. Eat really well. Eat plenty of good food. Don't restrict yourself if you don't need to. Why have such limitations when you just don't need them? Why make this harder? Remember that when it comes to success in life, easier is better. Do anything you can to make it easier to achieve your results. What can you do to make it easier to create that stimulus? If you find it's easier to work your muscle harder with free weights over calisthenics, then you damn well better be using free weights. If you're like me and you find it's easier with calisthenics, then do calisthenics. If you find it's easier to eat well with meal delivery as opposed to making your own meals, then do meal delivery, or vice versa. Do whatever makes it easier to create that stimulus, and it will be easier for you to get the results you want and keep them as well. Easier is better, my friends. So do what's easiest and better for you.